It was 25 years ago that Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest set the record for matches unbeaten in the top flight. It seems fitting that Match of the Day should start tonight with a team that beat that record. Arsenal, who have now extended the run to 46 matches undefeated, were at Manchester City. The commentator for his final appearance on Match of the Day, one Barry Davies.
Ex-gunner Anelka loves playing against them. Danny Mills, then of Leeds, played in the team which last beat them. But can this Manchester City side end Arsenal's 46-game unbeaten run? There are two changes from last Saturday because of injuries. Sanji Hai for Thatcher, Bosvelt for Reina. This man should add to City's task. Sol Campbell, recovered from Achilles problems, plays his first match of the season, replacing Seagull. There were two other changes in the Arsenal lineup, again because of injury. Edu comes in for Gilberto and Bergkamp for Pires. A visit from Arsenal is always an occasion to relish. So says Kevin Keegan in today's programme. They're a team who've beaten Manchester City on their last 10 meetings. And City have never beaten Arsenal during their years in the Premiership. Lovely afternoon for football. The rain has stopped, there's barely any wind. The setting couldn't be better in the city of Manchester Stadium. Bergkamp with the first through ball, and James has come and got in a good block. Header by Sanji Hai. It was a long run from David James, but having decided he didn't hesitate. City sleeping a little bit at the back. Rescued by their goalkeeper. And here's Wright Phillips and Cole together. England colleagues, oh, that bounced beautifully for Wright Phillips. Macken. Well, it was a good stop, but I'm tempted to say that if he had more confidence on the other side, he'd have got in the shot earlier, and it might have been even more difficult for Jens Lehmann. Beautiful bounce here for Wright Phillips. There's greater space going left, in my view, but the shot was right after the opening created by Wright Phillips. Trying for Sobieski. Bosvelt, Anelka! Oh, one of those might have beens. He's like a tiger. He waits for the moment and then he can kill you. That's what Wenger says about him. Nice. Oh, well read by Touré. He's got to have a crack now. Left it too late, in fact. Now Sobieski. A little bit hurried. Anelka was the only one on, and Anelka didn't realise that. Thought there was somebody to his left. Reyes. Well reached, but here's Cole. And a delightful goal by Ashley Cole. Flick of the left boot. Suddenly from nowhere, Arsene Wenger's side strikes again. Good interception initially by Dunn. But Cole was so quick and so precise with the finish. Barton, Wright Phillips, more promising. Now they've got an extra man in the middle, and they've got a corner. Sanji Hai for one defender. Sobieski, but look out. This is Henry. Sanji High, and here's Reyes. Tried to do a Pele and dummy the goalkeeper. Just got a bit of a touch. He's still got a chance, but not now. And David James, once again, deciding to come out, and it worked for him. Anelka. The approach was better than the shot, but the threat is there. He's got too much on the side of the ball. Barton. Sanji High, Sobieski left, everything is right. This is a good run by Sanji High. Made ground with pace, with control, but left his shooting boots behind. At the other end, this is Henry. Oh, he's unlucky. He's unlucky. Let off for Manchester City. Not good defending. Downey was caught. He didn't give a corner, the referee, although it looked as though David James got a finger to that. And he probably feels that Arsenal should have had more than one goal on the board. Ljungberg. Here comes Henry. Appeal for handball, not given, good stop. Clearance by Distin. Did well, David James. Henry, look at the movement from Arsenal. Oh, that was a good block by David James that fell kindly. Reyes winning it back. Ljungberg making the run into the box. There were two to have it pulled back to. Just a touch. And City survive again, and the second goal just won't come. Sanji High gets himself in the way. Off Campbell. Oh, the crowd on the back pass. They are really clutching at straws. Ljungberg inadvertently tripped by Fazakerley. Well, during his playing career, he was known to be a staunch defender, but that was clearly quite unintended. Good support from the home crowd. Still laughing about it. Tim Flowers much amused. Fourth official measuring the style of the tackle. Here's Henry. And once again, Sanji High. Chinese is having a very good game. And the crowd appreciating the fact. Touré. Shot was up, but it was won cleanly, says the referee. And Anelka is in the middle here. Good stop. Not enough pace on the deflection by Anelka to beat the goalkeeper. But Mills's tackle started this. Goalkeeper off his line, did well. Macken. Much better for Manchester City. The imperious Arsenal now not looking quite so much in control. Lots of players forward here for Manchester City. And that's been the case. The final effort by Anelka was a disappointment. Distin. So the clearances there are absolute full stretch. Barclay. Good climb by Wright Phillips, but he's got to chase his own header. And successfully so! And this is Anelka. Fell over his own feet. A wonderful play by Wright Phillips. He's not only a very skillful player, but he's so determined. And it's a quality which is winning him an increasing number of friends. It's a pity for Mr. Whiteboots. Something of a hospital pass given to Wright Phillips. That's how the ball should be played. Ljungberg. Henry. Bergkamp. Cole. Then keep possession, tease for the opening. Clichy. Beautifully done, it's Cole. And it's off the outside of the post. Goalkeeper was going the other way. He would have been suckered. Anelka. Barton forced away, but forced too strongly, says the referee. Just a little pull, perhaps, then, for Barton. Did he just get a bit of knee in the back of the thigh? It's Anelka. It's a good strike. But it's his best shot of the match. Done. Campbell stood his ground well. McManaman! Well watched. Hit it well enough. Bounce in front of the goalkeeper. Didn't really get the whole of his body behind it, but he watched it with care. Henry. Ljungberg. Well claimed. And he was caught inadvertently, made no fuss. Piero who caught James. Not a moment to play it too far forward. Three players now have to trudge back. Running by Ljungberg. Oh! From Henry, Ljungberg. There's a patch of ice on the edge of that area. A bit early in the season, we're only just into autumn. Continues, just 3 needed for the 50. Ashley Cole's goal. Delightful in every way for Arsenal. Brings the 3 points. City with much industry in the second half, but nothing to show for it. Quality of Arsenal should have put them beyond recall, but it failed to do so. But in the end, 1 goal proved to be enough. Final score, Manchester City 0, Arsenal 1. Some of the quality in the first half of the passing was a delight to watch, I have to say.
Yes, we played well in the first half, but we didn't score the second goal, and I feel as well that Man City was tenacious and well organized, and was really they played a cup game today, and were Used to say that Man City, they defended well as well today. I must say a lot of credit for their defending, and they made it difficult.
Yeah, Kev, your boys couldn't have tried much harder, could they?
No, I mean, I thought they gave us everything they got and a bit more, and I just said to them in there that, you know, if we can approach every game like that, you know, we can get up for Arsenal, why couldn't we get up for Everton 2 weeks ago? Because that performance and that effort against Everton would have been more than enough to maybe win us the game.
Take us through it, as they say.
Can't really remember too much. I remember I think the defender tried the slide tackle, knocked it out. I think I took a touch inside and just shot through someone's legs with my left foot. Weren't the best. It was all right.
3 more for the 50.
Well, let's go to the next one. No, we go.
You mean take each match as it comes?
Exactly. That's all you can do, because in this you have seen it again today. You can lose or win every game.
I think they should just miss a couple of games, but they're clearly in decline, Arsenal. That's the last 4 games, 4 goals, 3 goals, 2 goals and 1 goal.
No,
So it's all going wrong for them.
It is, yeah, but I mean, but I disagree a little bit with the managers here that this was like a cup game and that both teams really played well. Arsenal's got a very important game in the Champions League on Wednesday, and I thought that was obvious in the game. I didn't feel at any point that they played to their normal standard. I felt they were holding back.
Manchester City were tenacious, though, as you said, weren't they? Or...
That's what Wenger says, yeah. I thought Manchester City played better than what they've done for a long time. And it's a good sign because they've got so many injuries, and if they can field the young players, Willow Flott came on in the second half and they still play well. Well, hopefully it's brighter times for Manchester City.
Sol Campbell was back. What did you make of his performance?
I thought it was a solid performance. It's difficult to come back after a few months out, but Sol Campbell played well, and it was good to see him back. It was good news for England. But there was another player in the Arsenal team that caught my eye today.
Another defender, would he be on the left by any chance?
He would be on the left. Yeah, I thought he was absolutely tremendous. Yeah. Going back, 12 months, 18 months, I didn't think that Ashley Cole was a particularly good defender. But these are 1 or 2 examples on how well he defended today.
He's improved a lot in that department.
I think he has, and these are the timings of the tackles spot on. This is. It's a bit flash defending, but it's effective. He backs heels the ball, but also his attacking was spot on today. We circled him here. Arsenal's won the ball. Ray's got the ball, passes it forward, and Ashley Cole, he bangs forward. 2 or 3 seconds ago he was a left back. Now he's a striker. He's a centre forward, waiting for the cross to come in, and that was the way he was playing today, and that's the way he's been playing for a long time. His timing of his running is just perfect.
Great energy as well.
I think and he never gives in. Here again, great timing on his run. Unfortunately for him, he hits the post, but he did get his reward. He scored the goal. This is a goal. He comes into the picture. You can just see him. He gets the ball here, passes the ball out to Reyes again, and he carry his run, and he anticipates that this is going to happen. And then again, he's on his left foot. He has the cheek to put the ball through Sylvain Distance legs here. The only place he can place the ball with his left foot, and it's a fantastic goal, and for a left full-back to score that.
It was a lovely finish, but I mean, Mark, I know you thought there might have been just a hint of offside, and you've got a new little toy.
We've got this new little toy. Yeah, let's have a look at it. And there is definitely a hint in terms of the goal, as well as Ashley Cade played today. Ashley Cole, as Peter said, but. As we see him pick the ball up and we track him on the run then, as the play goes on, yeah. And we just turn that round, which is what this machine enables us to do. He is just offside. If that had been a horse race, he'd have won it, wouldn't he? So he's got to be offside. The question then is, hold on, Pete. The question then is he passive or is he active? That's the thing. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure.
Who's to say?
I think from that, I think he's just onside, and I think the benefit he should benefit from his good effort there. I don't think he was offside there.
We're gonna give it to him because he played well.
It's a new rule.
There you go.
Yeah. Benefit from your good effort.
That's what we want to see. If you make an effort, you should be rewarded.
Exactly. So Arsenal's unbeaten record goes on, but sadly for match of the day, Barry Davies does not. After 35 years, one of the game's most respected and brilliant commentators has decided to call it a day. Well, at least as far as football is concerned. Unsurprisingly, was made a bit of a fuss of today by, amongst others, the 2 managers.
I would just like to offer you that, and thank you for all your comments you've done in the game. I don't know if it's the right present for retirement, you know. It's not the best one, maybe, to have a long life, but I give it to you, and congratulations.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you. Golly. I'm flattered.
I think this is your last game, isn't it?
It is.
I've got all the lads to sign it. I've put on here. Let me have a look. To Barry, the #1. That's what you are. If there's some young people coming up to take your place, they better be very good, because you've been very special.
Yep. Thank you very much.
There you go. Oh, you
Thank
lost
you
for
very
words.
much.
I've never seen him like that before.
Bless you, thanks very much. Goodness me.
Yeah, that's a lovely touch. I mean, Barry's one of the great commentators. I mean, I'm not sure it actually made the edit, but he had a lovely line today where Anelka got shut out by 2 defenders, and I think he said something like, it reminded me of a man getting on a tube train and the door shutting in his face. And
well, and I think like any great commentator, and we don't use that word lightly on this programme, always got the right line at the right time, and people at home won't know this because his nickname, Lord Barrington of Davies. Not Barry Davies, Lord Barrington of Davies. Just remember that.
I've now, by the way, definitely got the best tan in the sports department.
Just.
Sorry, Barry.
Is on match day 1 in London and Athens. Arsenal remain the side to beat, but Eindhoven expects its team to bounce back.
PSV are the form side in Holland, despite having come away from Highbury with nothing. Gus Hiddink was impressed with his team's disciplined defensive display and is optimistic ahead of Wednesday night. Panathinaikos started with a win after Ezequiel Gonzalez's brace won the game against Rosenborg. Coach Itzhak Shum was delighted with that start, but says the best is yet to come now the Greek season is up and running. And Scandinavia's sole representatives in this season's tournament are looking to make a major impact.
Trondheim, Norway, 500 kilometres south of the Arctic Circle and home to the country's top football club. Domestically dominant Rosenborg are now preparing for a special occasion, a visit from one of Europe's best.
This is probably the most important match in Rosenborg's history. We played Real Madrid a few years ago, but when you look at Arsenal's present unbeaten English record, I think this match is definitely bigger.
Harald Bratbakk may be the all-time leading goalscorer in Norway, but when it comes to this game, he's an excited schoolboy.
From a personal point of view, growing up in Norway, I used to watch the English football every Saturday afternoon. And now we're looking ahead to hosting one of the biggest English club sides here in Trondheim. This opportunity is clearly very exciting for us players, but more importantly, for all Norwegian football fans.
Rosenborg's players have an appetite for success. They've helped themselves to the domestic title for 12 seasons running, and a 13th is on the cards. Only once in the last decade has the club failed to make the cut for the Champions League group stages.
For as long as I've been here, Rosenborg have been a fantastic club. There's a great atmosphere, and all the players are good friends. There are no egos or stars amongst us. We work hard for each other, and above all else, we are a team.
Frode Jonsson is currently the biggest star in Norwegian football and the leading scorer in the Tippeliga. Arsenal should approach with caution.
I don't feel any particular additional responsibility for this game against Arsenal. There's always pressure on the main striker in any team, regardless of the opposition. I will work as hard as I usually do, but I always try to remember the fact that above all else, football is meant to be fun. I think it's really important to try and enjoy it every minute on the pitch.
Coach Ola Birisa has emphasised the importance of winning their home matches, a message that became very clear after that match day 1 defeat in Panathinaikos.
We've had a bad run of form lately, having lost our last 2 Norwegian League games. But we've been well prepared for the Arsenal game, and we're really looking forward to the occasion. Arsenal will bring a very strong team, and many feel that we have little or no chance. The secret is we'll have to play extremely well. Our motivation is great, and as a team we are physically fit. However, in the end, it can be a fine line between victory and defeat.
We will have to be very well organised defensively. Arsenal are a very fast and dangerous team, especially if we allow them to have possession and space. We're unlikely to get many opportunities during the match, so when they come along, it's essential we take advantage of them.
1-0. Arsenal lead Group E with 4 points from 2 games. PSV Eindhoven goes second after a 1-0 win. Arsenal are away to the Hellenic League runners-up when they're next back in action on the 20th of October.
Chelsea in a fantastic position. Arsenal in a good position in their group, but still nervy in Europe.
Yes, I think so. I think perhaps they haven't been able to transmit their Premiership form into the Champions League. They can't quite play with the same... I don't think he'll be worried. I think because he knows what his side are capable of, and they've shown it week in, week out in the Premiership. If they start to achieve that in the Champions League, I think they'll certainly qualify for the next stage.
And yet
their European trip to Norway, but manager Arsene Wenger was giving little away.
If I ask you what was the disagreement about in your family, do you come out and say it? No. So I feel you have to respect that what's happening inside the team, we keep it inside the team. And for me, there's a minor incident. And this kind of incident, I can tell you, since I'm at Arsenal, we had a few of them. If it was something personal between two players, would be a completely different story. But it was nothing personal. Though it's about professional matters and matters who matter to us. And Lauren and Vera are two good friends, and their relationship is fantastic. I don't know why the police was involved. Maybe we wanted some autographs of the players, I don't know, but there was no need to go on the bus. I think if for that kind of problem we need the police, we'll need them a few more times this year.
Well, we've got an email here. Tony from Hazelmere says, the Arsenal players are on the edge. They're feeling the pressure in the Premier League. Rooney's hat-trick shows they're not the best English team in Europe. I predict their season will come off the rails. Bye-bye unbeaten record. They'll finish third at best.
It's a non-story, this.
Is it?
It's an absolute nothing. It happens at training nearly every other day. Police involved, do me a favour. It's a nothing. I think you'd rather have players who have a go at each other and who care than ones who sit there and think, oh, the manager's rubbish. It's nothing.
I'll tell you what we'll do. You get that email, which is complete nonsense anyway. If you ask my ex-teammates now to email on how many I've argued with after a game at half-time, you'd be inundated and be more sensible on that one as well.
OK. Well, we've just heard there's another exchange going on at Arsenal today. There's nothing physical about this one. It's a special presentation to mark the moment they broke Forest's unbeaten record. Well, John Motson was commentating on the game against Blackburn that day. It was their 43rd unbeaten game, and he's been asked to donate his match notes to go into the club museum. Motty, over to you.
Well, yes, Manisha, I've just been having an arm wrestling match with the Arsenal Vice-Chairman, David Dean. It's only because we're so passionate about the game, David, but according to Arsene Wenger, that was all a storm in a teacup.
Well, actually, it was a storm on the team bus, but it was such a minor incident, and I just hope that's the biggest crisis we're going to have to deal with all season. We'll be very happy.
Well, you were very happy the night you beat Blackburn Rovers. This was the 43rd match Arsenal played consecutively in the Premiership without defeat. Nottingham Forest's record went that night. We were here with Match of the Day, and Robert Murphy here, an Arsenal season ticket holder of many years standing, very kindly framed this for me, and he's going to present it to David, and I think eventually it's going to make its way into the Arsenal Museum.
Well, yes, John, thank you very much indeed. This is a collector's item. We'll cherish this, and it will find its way into our museum for sure. Thank you very much indeed.
Right, and so we look forward now to the match here this afternoon. It's Charlton. It's match 48 in Arsenal's hitherto unbeaten run. Match 49 is against Aston Villa. And match 50, David, I hope there's going to be another storm here, Manchester United away.
Well, there's certainly another 3 points at stake there. Big ones.